Oh, that is great. I love that you understood everything he said.
I didn't. I understood the dirty things.
The dirty things.
Like the dirty things, like the, yeah.
Well, that's kind of like, I have to say, when I first got married, Mark, Italian is his first language, so he taught me everything that I needed to know that was dirty or suggestive in Italian. So I spoke Italian like a...
Italian trucker.
Like a call girl.
What are you going to teach me about having a family? Because I'm going to have a family
I
soon.
know. You said that you and your wife are practicing.
She's allowing me to practice with her.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes. What's like, if you could say to like an expecting dad or somebody who's thinking about it, what's one kind of thing if you could give one bit of like experience and what would you say? Well,
first of all, I would say sleep as much as you can now. Sleep in all the time. Okay. Even when you're not tired, just stay in bed.
Is it really that heavy?
Sleep. Because once you have them, you really never sleep again. I kept saying, you know, when my son, who shall not be named, I have a teenager, and he's not allowed to be named on the show anymore, so we just call him he.
Okay.
So when he was 14 weeks old, I remember thinking, gosh, I can't wait until he's 14 years old so I can just sleep through the night. But when you have a 14-year-old, you're just up checking on them all night for so many different reasons.
It just gets worse then.
Well, your problems get bigger and different.
I guess because obviously, I mean, it's a huge responsibility. You love someone more than you could ever imagine loving anything else.
You would gladly, happily throw yourself in front of a train for your children.
Can't wait to be a parent.
Yes. I have to say, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. I've never felt like I failed so much at anything in my life. And I feel like that's what parenting is. It's like you just try to manage the failure. It's like I fail them a little bit each day, and then I'm like, I only failed a little bit today, kids. But it's really, and I would also suggest read as much read the newspaper from cover to cover, because Mark and I didn't realize that it would be like 10 years before we would read a newspaper again, because we just never had time. You know, we wanted to do it all ourselves. When they were born, and my in-laws would come, and so. But, you know, we were not sleeping through the night. We were not well rested, so we sort of napped when the baby napped. And
you live on that schedule.
You live on that schedule.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But listen, don't think about it too much, because if we all thought about it, there would be no people on this earth.
Yes.
If we actually stopped and said, wait a minute, wait a minute. Because Regis used to say that passing a gallstone or a kidney stone was more painful than having children. And I would say to him, what did you name your gallstone or kidney stone when you brought it home from the hospital? And when your kidney stone was struggling in math, how did you help it? Because, like, a kidney stone may be painful until it's passed, but it does pass. You know, children, they're the kidney stone that follows you home.
My mom...
Thank you.
My mom would agree, I think.
You can use that. Use that if you want. Little pearls of wisdom.
I'll take it, honestly. I'll take it.
Yes. Listen, on tomorrow's show, we're going to give you guys all the details on our Girls' Night Out New York edition. We had a Girls' Night Out when we were in Las Vegas that was so successful that people have been clamoring to do it again. So, yes, you and 4 friends will be picked to come to New York the week of January 30th for 4 nights of fun, food, and fabulousness, and a girls' night out with me. So tune in tomorrow to get the scoop.
That actually sounds good.
It's a lot of fun. It was very funny because we had a girls' night out and Gelman. So Gelman was there in our girls' night out, which he was like, I'm going to be security. And I'm like, you're going to be security for us?
Did you get hurt?
No, I didn't. Well,
it was good security.
That's true. That is actually true.
That sounds like a really cool thing. Would you like to make that like an ongoing thing?
Girls' night out?
Yeah,
I do. I love hanging out with women.
That actually sounds pretty cool. That sounds like a really cool thing.
I feel like a group of girls together is just infinitely more fun than anything else on the planet. It really is true. That's the reason Sex in the City is such a...
That's the reason Sex in the City is so fun for a man to watch.
That's right. That's correct. We've also been getting a lot of buzz about co-hosts.
Yeah.
So we've created our own website called kellyscohost.com. Just log on. You can watch my co-host appearances side by side. Let us know how you feel about Michael Bublé. No pressure. Plus, we can set up alerts to see who's going to co-host next. So just go to kellyscohost.com and you can critique Michael Bublé.
You know what? I don't think Kelly needs a stinking co-host.
No, I like a stinking
I like
co-host.
Live with Kelly. I think that has a nice ring to it. Live with Kelly.
To me, it feels like somebody's name is missing. It really does. It's like when one of my kids sleeps over at somebody's house, I immediately invite one of them to have, like, I invite another kid to sleep over our house because I'm so used to triangulation that it feels like our house is off kilter if one is missing. Before we have a huge show today.
I know.
But before we continue on, I want to warn everybody because now is the time that we are indulging in things that we ordinarily probably would not indulge in. And I just wanted to give you some really great news. How many calories are in what you're eating?
Christmas treats.
Yes.
Okay, Christmas treats. 1 gingerbread man.
Oh, no.
Actually, 2 medium gingerbread men.
I love gingerbread.
330 calories.
That's not so much.
You would have to walk for an hour singing Christmas carols. Singing Christmas carols the whole time you're walking. 1 eggnog, which I like to indulge in.
Love it.
1 cup of eggnog. 224 calories. You would have to do household chores for 47 minutes. Which I feel like if you drink the eggnog while you're doing the chores...
Do you know what was funny? That you said housework and the audience went,
1 cup of hot chocolate would be 210 calories.
But
you would
it's
have to do
Christmas.
yoga for 44 minutes for that, which Michael Gelman would not mind at all. And 1 iced sugar cookie, 530 calories. You would have to... I know. Surprising, right? You would have to ice skate for 56 minutes.
wow.
I would have to ice skate for 3 weeks because I'm like that scene in Rocky.
Yeah.
You know, where Adrian is
they
shuffling?
rent the rink and everything.
Yeah, that's me. I shuffle.
Oh, it's worth it. It's Christmas. That's what you're supposed to do. And then January,
It is, right?
we all... That's right.
Right? That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's Christmas. And then January, of course, you make promises that you'll never keep.
Exactly. I don't go to the gym for 3 weeks in January. I don't go from January, like, 3rd until the end of January because it's a madhouse in the gym, and then everybody quits.
That's exactly
And then I
it.
go back to getting the treadmill again.
That's exactly
It's
it.
wonderful.